Hi lovelies, it's Bonnie here from Step Into Brilliance, and I have a self-care, self-love, which are kind of the same things, but I have one of those tips slash question slash what are you gonna do about it? Here's the thing. A lot of us, we think of self-care as this, bubble bath. I'm gonna go shopping, I'm gonna go out with my friends, I'm gonna have a spa day, and those are brilliant. But those are what you do usually after you've already kind of gotten to the point of burnout, right? And then you've got the self-care that is like pre-burnout, to prevent burnout. And that's, going to bed early and eating really healthy, those sorts of things. So you've got that kind of self-care. You've got the spiritual and emotional self-care that I think is one of the most important pieces. But one thing we don't talk about is how much self-love and self-care there is in saying no and saying yes. So you often hear people talking about self-care, boundaries as a form of self-care. And it's absolutely, it's one of, I think, the most vital types of self-care that you can begin working with, because without boundaries, the other pieces, they're going to fall away. Right? People are going to impede, intrude. You're not going to be able to hold those boundaries, and you're going to accept more, you're going to accept less. All those things are going to happen, and all the self-care that, practices you put in place are going to fall away if you don't have good boundaries. So those are super important. I've talked about them before, and I promise you I will talk about them again. But today, I want to talk about something a little different. Instead of a boundary of saying no, giving yourself the self-love and self-care of saying yes. That sounds interesting, right? And it's kind of backwards from what we hear. We don't hear very many people talking about the saying yes kind of self-love and self-care. And that doesn't mean saying yes to the bubble bath. That means saying yes to things that excite you, that you may find difficult to fit into your life, but have great meaning for you. That means saying yes to the opportunities that you have asked the universe for, right? How many times have you said, oh, I wish I could blah, 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 and then an opportunity comes in that, gives you a piece of that, the next step, and you're like, oh, I'm too tired, or oh, work's gonna be, or my kids, or and you come up with a million reasons to go, gimme, 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 universe, please give me, and then stop. Not yet. Not how I wanted it. Maybe tomorrow. Right? That is no good. That is not going to manifest the life that you want. So, I want you to stop and think, where have you said no when you really ought to have said yes? Because saying yes can be a beautiful, gorgeous type of self-care. And it all comes down to knowing what you want, knowing your values, getting clear on those things, and being purposeful with your decisions. 2018, all over. Anyway, I hope that gives you something to think about. And don't beat yourself up, because we've all done it. We have all done it, right? I want to meet new people, and your friends invite you out to a barbecue, and you're like, oh, there's strange people there. I don't eat that. I don't really know anybody, or I have to wash my hair. Whatever your reason / excuse is, it's keeping you from fulfilling the desires that you have. And really, what else is our life for? We have these needs, these desires, these dreams, these goals that we put into place. And if the opportunity comes and we say no, I mean, that's the exact opposite of self-love and self-care. So I'm going to challenge you to really pay attention to that, maybe for the next week or so, and then let me know how it goes. Or think back, when was the last time you said no to something that you really kind of wish you had said yes to? And really follow that down, because it's one thing to say, oh, I didn't go to that barbecue and I kind of wish that I had, and then stop. That doesn't do it. That's not enough. You need to follow that down. What was the emotion that was coming up? What was the thought that was coming up that you chose to believe about why you couldn't, shouldn't, or wouldn't go? right? Because those are the places where you're going to have to dig deep. And those are the places that you can shift so that you can really start to create the life that you want. And I want that for you too. So let me know in the comments what it is that you think you could have said yes to, or should have said, you know, I don't like to say should, but would have said yes to and been happier or possibly more excited about things had you gone, done, or witnessed something. I don't know. But let me know. Let me know how that works out for you. That is your self tip for today. All right. Have a great day. Bye. Mwah.